Like, to what end? You don't know this person. Are you gonna see them again? Like, oh yeah, that mom's a racist. What's happening? No! Sounds like she's manipulative as big. Hi, it's BB. Thanks for coming to see me. Yeah, I'm still in similar clothes because I was trying to knock out some videos here all at once so I can make sure to get my content on time. Oh yeah. Alright. Still got the new background. Bricks. Kind of like it. Might add some decor to it. Who knows? But I'm BB. Again, thanks for coming to see me. We're going to be reading some Am I the A-hole posts. Still sticking to the same, how you say, je ne sais quoi. Really just the same, format, I guess. Doing MMA A-holes on Mondays, and then reaction videos on Thursdays. If you guys want to see other stuff, make sure to comment down below. And also, you better be subscribed. Why aren't you subscribed yet? You guys are watching my videos and not subscribing. Do it. Let's begin. Am I the a-hole for ruining a child's life? Let's find out. Today, I started talking to an American mother while in A&E. Her child was interested in artwork I have on my leather jacket as it's pretty colorful. The mother mentioned that her daughter's name was Grain. Alright. So I assumed for a while that she was another mother who wanted something special to call her child. I mean, I get that. I remarked that it was a unique name and that I'd never met anyone called Grain before. She told me that she named after... Wait. I can read, I swear. She told me that she named after her great... Yeah, they're missing some. Named her after her great-grandmother, and it's an Irish name. At this point, the alarm bells are ringing in my head because I've realized that the kid is called Grain, generally pronounced as Gronion, or thereabouts. I tried to be very tactful and was like, Irish has such an interesting alphabet. How is her name spelled? Irish names can be tricky. The kid is called, I guess, Gronion? Grain, not Grain. So Gronion. Okay, not Grain. My partner, who has studied Ireland's political history as part of their dissertation, and also the Irish diaspora. Oh my gosh. Someone's a scholar. And its culture around their university city is stuck somewhere between stifling a laugh and dying of embarrassment on her behalf. So I come up with what I thought was a very positive reply. I said, an old school name and a more modern pronunciation. I think that's a great way to pick names. I would like to point out that I do not like the name Grain for a child, nor do I like the way pronunciation was butchered, but I was trying to be tactful and positive. She asked what I meant, and I said, well, in Ireland, they typically pronounce it like Gronion. Her face went red and said that I shouldn't have said that the pronunciation was wrong in front of the kid, and because now she's going to grow up knowing that her name is wrong and feel bad about it. I apologized for causing offense and restated that it's a lovely name in both ways and a fantastic nod to her heritage. I said that I'm sure her great-grandmother would be thrilled to be honored by her name being used. I was throwing out just about every positive reinforcement that I could think of, but to be frank, she was pissed off. She told me that I ruined her daughter's self-esteem and that her life was ruined by me saying her existence is wrong, and I didn't say that. By the way, I said that her name was pronounced atypically. Grenier, for context, was around 2 years old and completely unbothered by the conversation until her mother got angry at me. She was just looking at the pictures on my jacket. The conversation was maybe 5 minutes long, but I managed to ruin this kid's life. Hindsight says I should have kept my mouth shut and waited for somebody else in the city to say something. So am I the a-hole? Edit. Spelling and syntax. Edit 2. Some people have assumed that we're in the USA, we're in the UK, in a city with lots of Irish people, an Irish center, and a great Irish folk scene. So, it's like 50-50. Yes, she probably pronounced it wrong, but the context I would want is like, so if this woman is honoring her grandmother, and then so much that she's naming her kid after that, but she doesn't know how to pronounce the grandmother's name. Were they really that close, or is she just trying to get attention? Would be my bet. I don't know. Don't come for me. I have weird opinions sometimes. Also, the kid being 2, they don't know. I think the mom was just mad because she was embarrassed because she did something stupid, and rather than maybe change it since she's only 2, she probably doesn't know. Start calling her the other way. She's taking out on this poor woman who also was kind of nosy. So you're both a little bit half of an a-hole in my opinion, but let's see what other people say. Not the a-hole. You didn't embarrass the child, you embarrassed the parent, who frankly should be embarrassed. She named her kid a name she didn't know how to pronounce. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Here's another one. Look, not the a-hole, but also, what were you trying to achieve? Mom acted like a total weirdo about your comments, but I just feel like it probably came across like a thinly veiled dig. That's true. Like, to what end? You don't know this person. Are you going to see them again? Like, they were a part of your life, I would make sense, but other than that, like, why? To what end? Yeah, but a lot of people are saying she's not the a-hole, but she's nosy. That's kind of like what I said. Next one. Am I the a-hole for bringing my daughter to a child-free wedding? I don't know, it depends on how old she is and where you told beforehand, but probably, but let's find out. Hi everyone, I'm a 19-year-old mom to my beautiful 2-year-old daughter, Amelia. Yeah, then you're probably a-hole, but let's find out. Just a bit of backstory. Last year, I was asked to be a bridesmaid in a family friend's wedding. I was thrilled to immediately said yes, and even though it was a child-free event, I had arranged for a babysitter about a week before the wedding, she informed me that she would no longer be in the city and couldn't watch my daughter. Given the short notice, I approached the bride and asked if I could bring Amelia to the wedding, as I didn't have time to find another trusted babysitter. My daughter is overall a very easygoing baby. She's comfortable with people and happy as long as she's fed. The bride knew this since she'd watched my daughter on multiple occasions before, and she happily agreed, saying that having Amelia there would make the wedding photos even more special. The wedding was going smoothly, though I noticed a few stares from the groom's parents. Amelia stayed with my sisters for most of the day, and during the reception I took her with me to congratulate the couple. As I was approached with Amelia in my arms, the groom's mother suddenly commented, "You shouldn't have brought a baby to a child-free wedding, especially when she doesn't fit the family." Listen, it's not your wedding, Mom. Clearly you didn't speak to your child, because you would have known that the bride and groom already agreed to it. So stop being a Budinsky. Anyways, I was completely taken back. For context, my daughter is mixed. I'm half white and half Hispanic, and her father is black. I've been called whitewashed because I'm not in contact with my Hispanic family, so I knew exactly what she meant by saying my daughter didn't fit the family. Oh yeah, that mom's racist. She shouldn't be at the wedding, but whatever. The bride looked shocked, and the groom immediately stood up and led his parents away. Taking this as my cue, I decided it was time to leave. I made the rounds to say goodbye to everyone and put Amelia in her stroller, and as I was leaving, the bride came over to apologize for her in-laws' behavior. I was upset, but I knew it wasn't her fault, so I simply wished her luck and left. Now, about a week after the wedding, I got tagged in a Facebook post. Strange, because I don't use Facebook. The post read, "I'm outraged that my grandchildren weren't allowed at this event, but when a teen mother who couldn't be responsible enough to leave her child with the father brings her baby, it's perfectly fine." The post was from the groom's mother. To make things worse, she also has been telling me, family members, that I'm lying about what she said regarding my daughter's appearance. So now I'm wondering, am I the asshole? Listen, you're not the asshole, but I am confused on how they would tag you in something if you don't use Facebook. So that one little plot hole makes me think that this might be... My camera totally warned me about that. There's plenty of time for me to plug it in. It was like low battery down. But yeah. So what I was saying is, if you don't use Facebook and they tagged you, that seems suspicious and makes me feel like this would be rage bait. But if it's true, no, you're not the asshole. That groom's mom is. A pretty big one. Let's find out what people said. I'm pretty sure you're going to say the same thing. Not the asshole. Sounds like the groom's mother was upset by the no kids policy and wrongly took it out on you. She was a little more upset there. Tons of people agreed with that. Oh, not the asshole. I opened this thinking I might vote differently. I did too, actually. Well, it's not cool to just swan into a child-free wedding with a kid, but you had a responsibility to make arrangements that fell through. Yeah, so everyone agrees. Not the asshole. The mom is. What's your opinion? Comment down below. They're all long today. It's fine. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend I won't be inviting her out anymore? So my BF tells me I'm not the asshole, but I feel like I might be. So I, female 23, have a friend I call Mary who's 22. I mean, are you calling her Mary in this post, or do you just call her Mary? And that's not her name. Let's find out. She and I worked together and became friends. Well, this past Saturday, I invited her out with my friend group to go to a local amusement park that goes all out for Halloween. Mary asked if she can bring her kids, a 5-year-old boy and an 18-month-old girl. Everyone involved tells her it's really not a good idea as this park is haunted. As good as this park, I can read. Don't judge. As this park and its haunted attractions are not geared towards children. And we're planning on being there until it closes, which is midnight. She seems to accept this, but asks repeatedly throughout the week leading up to Saturday, and she is again told no. Well, Saturday arrived, as you can guess, she brought her kids. Other people in our group asked why, and she just shrugged and saying she thought the kids would have fun. They didn't. Her son got scared within about 10 minutes of us getting into the park, began to cry, begging to go home, to which Mary tells him to calm down and he'll have fun eventually. We get in line for the first haunted house, and her son again starts to cry, saying he doesn't want to go into the house. Mary then asks myself if I'll stay and watch her son and daughter so she can go into the haunted house. Excuse me? You're going to make someone watch your kids so you can go into the haunted house and they don't get to go in with everybody. Not their responsibility. Let them all go in with everybody first, then you come back out. Then they'll come out and they can watch them when you go in by yourself. Rude. I tell her no, and that this is why I told her not to bring her kids. She gets upset and drags her very scared child through the haunted house. She had a meltdown and had to be carried out. This repeats through every single haunted house we attempt to go through. Around 11:30, my boyfriend pulls me aside and tells me that he can't take any more of the screaming and crying, and we try to break off to find a place to calm down. Mary sees this and leaves her son and daughter with us while she runs off to go on a ride. Her son gets scared by an actor chasing people with a chainsaw and has an epic meltdown. I'm doing the best I can to console him, and I'm rapidly running out of patience. Finally, his mom comes back, and I all but shove her son back into her arms. I tell Mary that my BF and I were leaving along with the rest of our group. She gets huffy but agreed. We leave the park and go to the Waffle House for dinner. At this point, it's midnight and both kids are extremely tired and upset. They cry all through dinner, and Mary did nothing to calm them down. Finally, at the end of my rope, once we get out to the restaurant, I lose my temper. I tell Mary that this is why she was told not to bring her kids to this event, and I will not be inviting her back out again if she can't follow the rules of the group. Mary got upset and since blocked me and the other people who agreed with me. No one in the group agreed with Mary, but all did say that I didn't need to say anything about it to her, and I didn't need to tell her I wasn't inviting her out again. Am I the a-hole? Listen. Yeah, you did. You told her not to bring them, and then she brought them, and then she was pushing them on other people. Like, you're not the a-hole. She's 100% a-hole, and it sounds like she's manipulative because literally, as soon as you call her out on her baloney, she blocks everybody. That is like classic manipulative gaslighting behavior, and you're better off. Good riddance. Let's see what other people think. Not the a-hole, and she's a shitty mom. She dragged her already traumatized kid through a haunted house. It's so bad he has to be carried out. She then abandons her kids to have fun herself. Shitty is just the topping. It feels like there's a lot worse under there. Not the a-hole. Let's see here. Not the a-hole. They all did say that I didn't need to say anything about it to her, and I didn't need to tell her I wasn't inviting her out again. If you and the others in the group don't say anything, what's to stop her from repeating this behavior? Exactly what I was saying. She might want to also put more consideration towards her children and other people she hangs out with, as opposed to putting her own wants first. Oh, Yeah, a little bit. Ugh. Alrighty, those were some Am I the A-hole posterinos. Looks like they were all not the a-hole today, but they had a-holes in them, per usual. Make sure you like and subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you know when I post my video. This is obviously the most amazing YouTube channel ever, because I can't speak and I'm reading. What? But you have a fantastic day, and remember, you're gorgeous.